You have to be clinical, and they weren't, and they got punished.
Particularly in the first 10, 15 minutes. If they'd taken one or two very, very gilt-edged chances, they would have been a bigger threat, obviously. But the way Munich play, they're kind of fearless, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think because they play such a high line, Neuer, you saw today, came off his line a couple of times, actually, to try and combat that. And I think that stopped the first chance that Lyon had. I think it just put, was it Memphis?
Yeah, Depay.
Kambi, just put him off for a second, but... We were just thinking, if you think about Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, in those spots, they're goals. So it'd be interesting to see if Hansi Flick tweaks it, because, as you said, Lyon caused loads of issues. They just weren't clinical enough.
No. And it promises to be a terrific final. I mean, you can't see anything other than lots of... No, I won't say it.
Oh, goals. There's got to be goals. The way this Bayern team set up, press high to win the ball, yes, which is great. This is the way the game's gone so much in recent years. Leave himself wide open at the back. Now, we said we hammered Pep Guardiola in the last game against Lyon for changing his tactics. Yeah. And now we're sitting here and asking Flick, you should change your tactics maybe.
Do you think he should, or do you think it's
I just
worked?
think he needs to...
They're winning comfortably. They've won 8-2, 3-0.
It's worked up to now, but both games, they could have conceded 4 or 5 goals. Yeah. So if you're playing against, like Owen just said, if you're playing against Mbappe and Neymar and Di Maria, and they get these chances like Lyon did in the first 15 minutes, they'll be 3-0 down in the final before they can say boo.
Do you think it'll change?
No, it won't change. He might tweak it.
Tweak it.
Tweak it is the way.
Well, that's all it needs to do. I mean, it's all very well having a high line, but if you've got no pressure on the ball and you've got those players running behind you, you've got to drop back, surely. You can't just keep pressing up. It's madness.
Or somebody plays a bit deeper that gets across.
Yeah. Or Neuer comes out higher.
Maybe that's Süle. You know, he's quicker than
Strikers love it when goalies come out higher, I tell you.
Tell you what, though, I think Neuer stopped a couple of goals today.
Well, he did. He's always played that way anyway, hasn't he? He's had a tendency to
he exaggerated his position today in terms of coming out and being there. And like you say, that chance that Memphis Depay had in the early part of the game, when he got his head up, I think he was surprised to see Neuer so far out, and that put him off a little bit.
Possibly. OK, well, we're all set for Sunday. It's Bayern Munich against Paris Saint-Germain in the 2020 UEFA Champions League final, live from Lisbon. Join us here on BT Sport 1. And that's not all on offer on Sunday night, because the SummerSlam, one of the best-loved nights of the WWE calendar, is exclusively live on BT Sport Box Office from midnight. But as expected, Bayern Munich have got through to the final. 2 goals from Gnabry in the first half set them on the way. And then, well, who else but Lewandowski added the third. And it's Bayern Munich versus Paris Saint-Germain, where they'll face PSG. And there it is, our little wall chart, painting the picture there. And exciting final.
Oh, I can't wait. There's got to be goals in it. I know we don't want to tempt fate, but there has to be goals. The way that these two teams
can't
play,
not be.
There has to be. No. Superstars on either side. It's for me, when you saw that the draw come out, dream scenario was this, what we've got in the final.
Unless you're a Manchester City fan.
Yeah, well, I'm not. So
I didn't think you would be, no. They've been emphatic, haven't they? And they're a machine at the moment, a goal-scoring machine.
Yeah, they are a machine. The thing is, if it's not Lewandowski, then it's Müller. If it's not Müller, then it's, Gnabry, Coutinho, Perisic. They've got so many weapons. So they're a machine. Look, they are vulnerable at the back, but I think with the amount of goals that they score going forward, they can almost afford to be. Yeah,
we'll score more than you. And they scored 3 more than Lyon this evening. It started with an absolutely stunning strike from Gnabry, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
brilliant
amazing.
Goal.
We spoke about it at half-time, but the movement to get on the ball, in behind the wing-back, and the way he takes it inside. Owen just covered it beautifully at half-time in the way that he exploited the space. And it's about this touch here that he gets on the ball. Owen mentioned at half-time, normally you'd go down the line as a winger, but he comes inside. But it's the run of Müller. Watch Müller's run. Takes the centre-back away. If he doesn't make that run, the centre-back stays there and that gap doesn't appear. He goes and challenges him and takes the ball off him. But Müller's run was absolutely beautiful in terms of that's just awareness of your players in your team and creating space.
Yeah, that's why Thomas Müller is exceptional to play with, because he makes space for other people. He wanted a 1-2, saw the pace at which Gnabry was coming, thought, I know where this is going to go. Gnabry gets into that spot, and it's in the back of net. When he sees that space open up, really, doesn't he? He thinks this is going to be a goal, and he's a really, really good finisher.
Yeah, we can see that. Didn't need to be necessarily a great finisher to bang his second one in, but I think Lewandowski be a bit miffed with himself for not getting it himself.
But Gary, what about this winning the ball back? You know, Gnabry, you know, they did it against Barcelona, they do it here. And again, he gets into that space. I love the weight of the pass. Lewandowski should score, but you're right. Doesn't need a great finish there, but...
You've got to be there.
Yeah, but the thing is, just that weight to pass, you know, just all the Bayern players, they're really unselfish. They look for each other and they come in waves, they flood the box. And they are really relentless.
That's one thing I think PSG are going to have to be aware of is that giving the ball away in your own third of the pitch, middle third of the pitch, these guys, they don't mess about. They go for the jugular. They go to the heart of your team to score goals.
Yeah, it looked like it might not be Lewandowski's night, but in the end he got the inevitable goal, didn't he? Brilliant header.
I think he prefers the high ones, Gary, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, this...
he does tend to...
You know, this is like just great movement, just stood up. And that's why we said he's almost the perfect number 9, because watch his movement there. Drops into a spot, he knows where that's coming, and he's just too big, too strong.
He kids the defender there. He's a bit disinterested at the beginning, if you just saw it at the beginning of that clip there, and then just comes alive. The timing... That's just number 9 art that is. That's art.
Yeah, all about creating a little bit of space for yourself, and on the off chance the ball goes in that space, and then you've got a great chance to score. And he does that regularly, even though he missed 1 or 2 chances. His movement gets him those chances.
Yeah, and the thing I liked about him is that Marcelo thinks he's doing the right thing, then he's backing into him. Normally that puts you off, but because he jumps so high, he almost jumps above the defender. So on the deck, in the air. And he's unselfish, you know, so I think he's just got the total package.
Now, we can hear from Alphonso Davies. Can Des Kelly keep up with him? Let's find out.
Alphonso, it must feel a little bit like fantasy football at the moment. Everything's going your way.
Yeah, it feels good. You know, everyone's happy, everyone's playing well. We're happy we can make it to the finals. You know, we know our opponent we're playing is PSG. You know, they're a good team, so we just want to go out there, you know. Right now, you know, we celebrate a little bit, but, you know, afterwards we focus on the next game.
You've been monsters in this competition. I think you're the first club ever in the Champions League to do 10 straight victories.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to, you know, the will that you want to, you know, win the game. Like I said, all the boys are fighting, you know. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a dream come true, actually. You know, playing Champions League, you know, making it to the finals is everything you can ask for.
And not just playing in the Champions League. I mean, you destroyed your hero's side in the last round, Lionel Messi. Did you get the shirt, by the way?
Yeah, I asked for it, but I think he was a little bit upset, so it's okay. Next time, hopefully.
Yeah, you can get over it. But next, of course, you've got Neymar and Mbappe. That's another fantastic head-to-head. It's going to be a fabulous game. It's not going to be 0-0, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Definitely, there's going to be goals in that game. You know, this is what you dream of as a footballer, you know, playing with the best against the best, you know, in Europe, and we're able to do that, so I'm excited.
You play a very high defensive line. I mean, that you gamble on the fact that you can score more than the opponent.
Yeah, I mean, we try. We know we have solid guys in the back. We try to get the ball forward as much as possible, so and it seems to be working.
It's the excitement in that dressing room. I mean, we've got legends in there, experienced players like Thomas Muller, Robert Lewandowski. Is the excitement still as great as ever?
Yeah, the excitement's still as good as ever. Yeah, these guys, you know, they've basically won everything. So, but overall, yeah, everyone's still excited. You know, even though they won many titles, but they're still hungry to win this one.
And just one more step now.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Very high line, as we've mentioned about 300 times over the last week or so. But if you've got someone as quick as him, he does get back occasionally, doesn't he? Even when you've beaten that high line.
It just feels like we are a broken record, but it's just staggering how this looks, and it's so obvious. And if you're an opposing manager, there's no doubt in my mind that Tuchel will be sitting here and directing these players. You have to exploit this, guys. If they continue to play us against us, that's the big question. Will they continue to be this open in the final against PSG, knowing what they have? Look, they win the ball here. Straight away, this is Mbappe or Neymar. They're gone. There's no chance getting back there. It's over at this point. But what was a big difference in today's game? Watch here, and I'll play it slower. It comes into your picture around here. He'll come out on the right-hand side of the screen. You'll see the goalkeeper, Neuer.
Yep.
Watch his step here. He takes a little step out, and I think when Depay gets his head up, he doesn't even realise he's that close. And once he gets his head up, and I'll speed up a little bit here,
he gets his head up too late.
Too late, and I think Neuer does an amazing job there.
I mean,
putting the forward off. He dictated that situation.
If you're through there as a striker, sorry, but
yeah,
and you see the keeper coming outside his box, it's like, whoa, jackpot.
But now...
You've got to be aware of it.
Thomas Tuchel will be telling, if he has to, whether it's Mbappe or Neymar, Di Maria, he's coming off his line. When you get your head down, he's going to come even further. You're right. Just clip it over him. But that saved 2 goals today.
Or knock it round him if he's outside the box, because then he's off.
Especially as you're quick as Mbappe, just run round.
Yeah. And that is so true. But these guys, again, like they're absolute road runners. But here, again, you don't have to be the quickest player on the pitch. Yes, Ivanka is quick. He is. But he's running against, as I said to you before, the quickest player around. Yeah. But watch this. The movement here is beautiful.
Yeah, great spin.
He brings him to the ball. He brings him this way with 1 step, and he's off. And he goes the other way. Look at it. 1 step, see you later, and then he's in. And then it's a foot race.
If he could finish, he'd be a heck of a player.
Yeah, if he could finish, he'd have got 2 goals today. But he has to score here. But what Tuchel will be telling these players, these chances are guaranteed. This isn't nothing new what we're seeing here. This is something we're seeing game in, game out. And the quality on the opposition side have not been good enough to finish those chances off.
It's good effort, though, to get to the semi-finals, to get this far. And they do produce lots of young talent. We might have seen the next one.
Yeah, this guy's the next one.
17 years and 2 days, the youngest player ever to play in the Champions League knockout stage, and his first touch was quite good.
The best. I said to you, as he came on, I said, this kid's special. Watch this, first touch, whoop, see you later. Against Alfonso. I mean, the kid is really, really special, technically gifted, so the conveyor belt is ready to produce the next one.
Been on YouTube watching that kid already. It's a joke.
Yeah.
We're going to be making a lot of noises about him, I think, in here.
Remember the name, Cherky.